Hello and welcome to the Turbo Truck Series at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. It's the Springfield Mile, as they call it. I'm Duke Anzac here with Miles Mashburn today. We're filling in for our fearless leader who has fallen ill this week, and we're wishing him, of course, a speedy, swift recovery and hoping that all is well there. But we've got 4 heat races in the Turbo Truck Series on tap, leading into our second of the playoff races here in Springfield. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a lot of fun. And I wanted to ask, what do you think is going to happen today? What's this track provide for us? What are these drivers going to face?
Well, it's rare that you see such a big dirt track like this, and it's also very wide, so we're probably going to see a lot of 3 and 4 wide racing. It's going to be a good one, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And like I said, we've got 4 heat races on tap today. So let me just explain real quick what is going to happen today. So it's going to be 4 total heat races. The first 2 have 10 drivers. The third and fourth race have 9 drivers. And the heats will determine the starting positions for the feature race here at Springfield. It's the second of our playoff races that we have this season. So it's race 15 out of 20 that we're setting up for. We're gearing up for it in these 4 amazing races that we have on tap tonight. And each position is equivalent to 4 starting positions in the main race. So it's a little bit topsy-turvy in your mind. We'll make sure to explain it on the way. But basically, the winner of the first heat race will sit on the pole for the big race. The winner of the second heat race will be on the outside pole. Then third heat race will sit third. The fourth heat race winner will be fourth. And then second place of the first heat race will start fifth. And then they kind of go each in that order after that. So wrap your mind around that or don't. It's totally fine either way. Miles, I wanted to ask you one last thing before we get these starting lineups rolling. Who are you watching today? Is there anybody that you have your eyes on?
I would keep an eye on especially Brandon Smith because you got to remember this is a playoff race, and Brandon Smith did not have a good time last week. He's 10th out of 10 playoff drivers, so we got to make sure he's got to make sure to get a good spot for the next race.
You're absolutely right. He's 48 points back. He had his first DNF of the season last week, and that was a really tough way to start the playoffs, and you're in a deep hole now. So definitely he is starting near the back of our second heat, so we'll see him try to fight to the front in that. So, hey, on the other side of this break, we'll have some racing for you. We're both excited, and we'll see you at the starting line. Henry Thomas brings him to the green alongside Mac Johnson on the outside. We're at the Springfield Mile at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. Here we come to the restart zone, and the 66 gets a great jump off the start of the race here, and number 9 of Smith is right behind, following through. Mac Johnson has already fallen off, and here comes Smith through to the bottom to try to make it side by side down the back straightaway.
Already 3 wide, as we suspected might be the case. Truck looking on the bottom. A lot of moves being made early.
Oh, man, that 66 Henry Thomas really got wide out of the corner right there.
A lot of close contact already.
Yeah, Aiden Smith has gone through the middle and now is clear for the lead, but not without challenge. That's the 92 of Brian Grigsby, a playoff driver, our top performing playoff driver in this race so far, and it looks like Gibson maybe has hit the wall. That's Josh Gibson started near the back, but there's a little bit of dust up in that outside lane. You can see that this track right now is so wide. You can really race in any lane. The 9 car, our leader, is racing sort of towards the middle, and the top second place, though, is middle bottom of this track.
Yeah, there are so many lanes to take because of how high speed of a track it is, and it's already putting on some great racing. You can tell these drivers are not playing it conservatively just because it's a heat race and there's no points on the line. They're still trying to get the best starting spot they can.
Yeah, well, they know that each position matters so much. It's so important, and you can see that the 92 of Brian Grigsby, a playoff driver, is absolutely fighting for it. He has taken the lead away from Aiden Smith, who got it near the beginning of this race. So we've got a new leader. It's Brian Grigsby, and he is certainly looking for the pole right now, and he's got a shot. The 08 has gone up into Aiden Smith. Wow, a little bit of contact for second place. This is incredible.
there's been a lot of close calls already. I can't help but wonder if they'll even make this all 15 laps green. And it is worth noting that caution laps do not count in these heats.
Yeah, and you're really gonna be in a tough situation if you do get in an accident in this race because there's not a lot of time to recover. So here we go. They're all single file, but as they fan out into the corner, we can see another pass for the lead. It's Nathan Stapleton, the rookie in the '08 car, going to the bottom of our playoff leader. Right now, it's Brian Grigsby on the outside. The '08 on the bottom, and he's going to get the run through the corner and take the lead away. A great pass from the rookie in the '08 car.
Now, we have not quite seen who's going to be the, if we have a favorite driver to win this heat yet. It looks like there's just so many opportunities to pass that there's just no clear-cut victor here. The 92, or the '08 does not have it set in stone just because he's taking the lead here.
No, you're right. There has been a lot of passing going on. And speaking of passing, here's the 25 car. Samantha Jade started all the way in the back, just barely squeaked her way into the playoffs, and is now fighting to try to get the pole of the second playoff race. An amazing turnaround of the season here from the 25, but now a challenge from the bottom. They're going to go 3 wide into this corner. Henry Thomas wants some of the action.
Henry Thomas, this one-off star, he's just here to have some fun. And started up front. He's still racing up front. He's got a lot of competition. But like I said, none of them are racing easy. Henry is here to win.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I'll tell you what a great race to pick to come down to this series and have some fun, because this looks fantastic right now. So that is still our leader in the '08, Nathan Stapleton. And then in second place, Samantha Jade from that 9th position that she started riding the outside lane, but they're 3 wide on the bottom. And that's Brian Grigsby trying to get back up there, knows that that starting positions are on the line. They are racing furiously, the 25 all the way up over the cushion, side by side with the 66, and they're almost 4 wide going into turn 1.
The action has not calmed down one bit. In fact, I think it's only gotten more intense. Imagine what it's like to run there in the middle of 3.
The 25 of the wall!
I gotta wonder if one of these drivers is gonna choke under the pressure eventually. You saw one truck in the wall there.
Yeah, that's Samantha Jade after an amazing run through the first 10 laps of this race. Just there wasn't enough room for the 66 and the 25 out there, but it looks like she has recovered quite well. And Henry Thomas, of course, has remained in that position. Wow, look at this racing. This is absolutely incredible. And Samantha Jade, thankfully, has not fallen more off the pace. Meanwhile, Nathan Stapleton remains our leader and is loving this action out behind. Nobody challenging this '08 truck. He's not getting away, but nobody is challenging at the moment.
But now we have the number 10 of Jacob Buchholz. He started in the back, and he's not been mentioned until now, and he's up here in 3rd. Just think about all the movement we've had in the field.
Whoa, man, it was really close between Grigsby and Stapleton, and now the 92 goes down into the corner, side by side for the lead. This is the first challenge we've seen for Stapleton, who is now up in that rough stuff up there. You really don't want to get that high on this track. You lose a lot of momentum, and now Brian Grigsby has reclaimed the lead in this race, away from Nathan Stapleton. And now here comes Aiden Smith once again, and there's a little bit of contact, and they're almost 3 wide for the top spot. This is incredible.
Yeah, there is so much going on, it's even hard to wrap your head around. As I mentioned, the 10 was in 3rd. Now he's back in 6th. That's how quickly things can change in just a lap or two. And looks like we could have another lead change already.
Yeah, and this race is really coming down to it. We've only got a couple laps left, and Aiden Smith still wants to have a word for the lead with Brian Grigsby. And now they slide up out of the corner, and Grigsby gets a little bit of the wall. My goodness, and Samantha Jade has fallen all the way back into 9th place again, and there goes our other playoff driver. Both of them are the people who have hit the walls, and back down to 4th place is Brian Grigsby. They're side by side coming across the white flag lap for the lead. The 66 has a little bit of damage, and they're 3 wide for the top spot through 1 and 2.
One last lap of intense racing. Looks like, again, a car almost got put in the wall, but Henry Thomas now clear out in front. We got a truck looking low, though, and contact up in the top of 2 and 3.
That was an amazing move down the back straightaway from Henry Thomas. Our pole sitter, who lost the lead, is going to come back and take the pole and the win of Heat 1 for Springfield. That's, I mean, race 15, man, oh man, what a fantastic heat race that was. There's still 3 wide on the cool down lap after that. We've got Henry Thomas, who took the win there, and then Brian Grigsby, who was able to use that bottom lane and take 2nd place, an amazing comeback after losing so many spots the lap before. Then we have Nathan Stapleton, who led a lot of this race, ends up 3rd. Aiden Smith falls in behind them. And then, of course, Mac Johnson, who started on the outside pole in this race. And then Giovanni Pena, then Josh Gibson, and Samantha Jade ends up in 9th after a great run up through the field. Wow. What a race it was, man. That makes me so excited to see what this track can put up for our following 3 heat races. Don't tune out yet. That's not it. We still have 3 more. Here we go for heat number 2 at Springfield. The number 51 of Arish Sarkar takes them to the green flag alongside Jeremy Frey. 2 rookies leading the way over Bronson Minnick in the playoffs. There's the green flag, and they spread out just like they did in the first heat, going down into turn 1, and Bronson Minnick is not wasting any time. He knows that you got to get up front to start on the front row of the Springfield race, the playoff race that they're all racing to start positions for. So Bronson Minnick on the inside, but not for long. That's the 7. Oh, and he pushes the 2 up the track. That's AF Walsh on the bottom, and now the 6 is going to the bottom. That's Nathan Ormond now 3 wide for the lead, coming across the line to start lap 2. My goodness, this is an incredible one. You have Earl Sear back there. We had one on the inside wall, made some contact, slid up the track, and we've got 2 trucks upside down, and a big accident in this race. And of course, no yellows in this one, so they continue to race. That's Bronson Minnick still leading the way. We'll get you a replay at the end of this race. All 3 of them out. That's Francois Chastain, one of our playoff drivers. And it's the 18 as well, who is Brandon Smith. We already talked about him. He was really needing a good day, but now is going to start in the back. Meanwhile, for the lead, we still have Nathan Ormond fighting for it, and my goodness, I'm running out of breath after the first 3 laps.
I was going to say that this race was probably not going to be any calmer than Heat 1, but that would be an understatement at this point. And we got to mention the 72 truck, Angel Gutierrez. He was also in the owner playoff, so that's going to be instrumental to him as well.
Yeah, so luckily for them, this is just a race to determine starting positions for the Springfield Mile race, but still a really tough break to start at the back for all of those drivers who were in this heavy incident that, of course, after this race, we will get you some replays of that. But right now, they're 3 wide for 2nd place. That's Jeremy Frey on the bottom. In the middle, it's the 51 of Sarkar. And on the outside, it's Bronson Minnick, one of our 2 remaining, or no, it is, yeah, one of our 2 remaining playoff drivers in this field after that accident. So this field in heat number 2 had the most playoff drivers of any of the heats, and 2 of them are out of it so far. So this really is a great opportunity for Earl Sear, and it's a great opportunity for Bronson Minnick, who they're going to have to really start working with each other, I think, to try to catch that number 6 of Nathan Ormond, who is starting to pull away.
Yeah, Ormond, just like Gutierrez, he is also racing for an owner's championship, and he already has a bigger lead than anything I've seen in Heat 1. That doesn't mean it's over, though.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the lead is just less than half a second, and Sarkar goes up the track. Wow, that was a tight call right there. I mean, they were side by side and making contact through the middle of the corner. They did sort it out, but they only sorted it out to 3 wide, so that has allowed this number 18 to get through, and that is Brandon Smith. Oh, and there's another accident.
They're around.
Bronson Minnick is around. Sarkar has damage. Oh my goodness, the carnage in this heat race so far has been extreme. We've had 2 accidents in this one. That's Bronson Minnick, still a playoff driver, is stuck now in the back. So 1 playoff driver is remaining in this field. Actually, Brandon Smith is still up there, so we've got 2 left. It's Earl Sear in 4th, Bronson Minnick in 2nd, and that's Brandon Smith in 2nd. But I'll tell you what, they're catching Nathan Ormond pretty quick. Oh, and look at that. They're side by side making some more contact. Everybody has damage.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing Brandon Smith needed to do in this heat race. A little bit unfortunate how he got some of those spots, but in the end, that's what he needed to do, is try to finish up there, get a good starting spot, and bring it home after the main and get the points that he needs to go after this championship.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And right now, he's got the opportunity to really chase down uh, Nathan Ormond, who is leading the way and who has led most of this race after that first lap. We really have run out of trucks in this one that are challenging for it. So everybody has kind of fallen single file into their line. We've only got just a few remaining in this lead group. Of course, Bronson Minnick has fallen pretty far off the pace after that spin and some contact with the wall. But right now, it's Nathan Ormond leading the way, followed by Brandon Smith, and then this battle for third place. It's Jeremy Frey leading Earl Sear in the 48 and the 3 truck for third place, and we've got a battle for fifth as well on this racetrack. So still some battling going on despite the lower truck count.
Exactly what I was going to say. And with 6 trucks left, we got basically 3 one-on-one battles, and I think they're still going to be aggressive, despite what they saw happen earlier in this race multiple times.
Yeah, so and if you're in a heat race later on today, in the third one or the fourth one, you got to be watching this and thinking, wow, that's some serious accidents in this one. You don't want to get taken out in those races. You don't want to get stuck with a bad starting position. And right now, you're looking at these drivers who have made it through. They're looking at having really good starting positions for the race because of the fact that they've survived through these accidents. They've made it to the end of the race. Even Bronson Minnick made it through that first one. So it's going to be an interesting philosophy that everybody has to take in the following races because of the fact that there's been so much chaos so far, especially in heat number 2 that we have right here.
Yeah, but think about all that's happened, and we're only halfway done. I don't think the chaos is going to quit just yet, and this race isn't over either. Looks like the 18 is still on his way to the number 6's rear bumper.
Yeah, the 18 has gained a little bit on that lap. It was only a few hundredths, but he has gained slightly on Nathan Ormond. And now a little bit, a couple of trucks in the wall right there as Earl Sear has made the pass for third place. So move Earl Sear up 4 positions in the starting order for the Springfield mile race coming up, because that is a big pass in this heat race. So Nathan Ormond crosses the line here. We're going to see what that gap is. Down 3 more hundredths, and that's closing in. We see both of them right there. You can watch that 18 truck make gains, and we'll see there's only one more opportunity.
One more chance here.
Yep, down into the final corner. It's the 18 and the 6, but Nathan Ormond, it just needs to get through here without making any mistakes. He's going to do it. So Nathan Ormond is going to take the outside pole for the Springfield race and win heat race number 2. That's the 6th truck of Nathan Ormond, who crosses first, and then Brandon Smith, who has been Mr. Consistency all season, finishes in 2nd place, followed by Earl Sear, Jeremy Frey, and the number 7 of A.F. Walsh, followed by the 51 of Arish Sarkar. So Bronson Minnick is going to follow up everybody 14 and a half seconds back after the accident, and then, of course, the 3 that were out earlier. So that is an extremely tough day for those 3, but a great day for Nathan Ormond, who so far I think has been the most consistent driver that we've seen at this track. He was able to take the lead and drive away a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. That also means a front row for Robbers Racing at this event, which is showing just how much speed those trucks have. Though one of the other ones was involved in this huge accident, which we're about to take a look at.
So we're watching what happened here, and we've got all these trucks, and it looks like, yeah, Gutierrez just hit the inside wall. Boy, a hard hit for everybody involved right there. Francois Chastain especially, a tough break on lap 2 of this one.
Yeah, that's one of those races where you gotta hope everyone's okay. One of those wrecks, I mean.
Here's another view. It's the 72 we're watching on the inside lane behind Earl Sear with the green number on top. Just goes in. Oh, and runs out of room, hits the wall. Yep, inside wall, and then everybody went up the track. Wow. I mean, how often do you see a truck flying through the air like that? The 72 was like a helicopter here on a dirt track. Incredible.
Yeah, it's just crazy how this track is wide enough you can easily go 4 wide here. Yet we've seen trucks hit the inside wall and the outside wall. That's just how intense the racing is here. Sometimes it can lead to something like that.
After a chaotic heat race number 2, we've got the 3rd one on tap just like that. This one is Levi Thorley leading the way with Chris Harvey in the 05 on the outside. It's a rookie right there, and they're followed by Henry Brown and Jensen Namina on the outside there. And now the 00 of Levi Thorley has gotten an amazing start and is well clear for the lead going down into turn 1. This is the first time we've seen that today, but the MasterCard number 70 truck of Henry Brown follows through to make it into second place. Clear down in the corner, and this one has been a little bit more tame so thus far that we've seen, the tamest that we've seen so far, but they're still 3 wide in towards the back for third place. 4 wide for third place now going into turn 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd say it.
Inside wall again. Somebody else
already got trucks into the wall.
That's Ironhouse in the outside with big damage, and the 89 truck. That's Matston Rimmel. And we have, another one as well, the 71 of Nelson Reeves, a playoff driver. This is huge implications for him as well. And right now, it's Brown who has taken the lead, but that looked like another incident where somebody came down and hit that inside wall. It's so dangerous. There's no warning down there, and Levi Thorley goes for the lead down there too. So that's a big move down to the bottom for the 00 who gets it done. And now Grantley King, a rookie in the 27, is also looking to try to get there. We've got smoke from someone who was in the incident there on the track. Oh, and that wasn't somebody that was in the incident. It looked like, I couldn't tell who that was. But anyway, we still got battling for the lead. Wow, a mouthful again to start this race. In the first 4 laps, we've had an incident, we've had an engine failure, and we've had a bunch of passing for the lead like this. They're 3 wide.
Yeah, there's just been something constantly to talk about in this race, and now look at the 27 out in the lead, the rookie.
Yeah, the 27 doing a great job right now. Made that pass 3 wide and is now clear for the lead, but it's not going to last for long because they're 3 wide behind for second. One of them going for the lead. It's the 65, and that's Jensen Namina, the rookie right there with the Craftsman sponsorship, and this is an amazing start to the race. Gone from 4th all the way up into 1st place and is being followed by Brown onto the bottom lane, and there's almost contact. This racing at this track is absolutely phenomenal today in these heat races. Everybody knows how much these races matter for your starting position, and now more than ever, it's an important situation. So here we go. It's Brown on the inside. That's Henry Brown on the inside of Namina in the 65, and they're 2 by 2 for the first 4 spots.
Man, every single time we've gone into turn 1 today, you've seen a truck send it down there to get a position, and even when they've seen that it's led to accidents, they're doing it anyway, and it's working out. The 00's doing it right now to try to get the lead back.
You are right about that. It's a risky business, and we've seen it again with Levi Thorley, who is going again for the lead. This is the 3rd attempt that Levi Thorley has had to try to get up there and keep it. Maybe he will this time, because right now he's almost clear. It looks like he's going to stay clear on the straightaway, move up to the top lane, and get that lead all to himself. But we've got King on the inside of their 3 wide for second again.
Man, you just can't catch a breather watching a race like this. And
oh my goodness,
they're still going at it.
Yeah, for the lead this time, this could lead to trouble, though. They're 3 wide. They're so tight right with each other. And now they're 3 wide for the lead. It was 3 wide for second, now for the lead. And we've got some more players involved. We've got 4th and 5th right on there. They are dead even, 3 wide at the line at lap 8. An incredible time. The first 3 drivers were within 1/100th of each other at the line, and now they're 2 wide again, which is calm here at Springfield. My goodness, what an event we've had here. And now we're watching the 46 of Gentry Shoy, who started in dead last 9th place in this heat, sponsored by Blue Rhino Propane, and has taken the lead of this one. They're 4 wide for second place. There's only 6 trucks on the track. Oh, contact in the wall. It's the 65. Oh, and a great race. All gone downhill for the 65 of Jensen Namina, who led laps in this one, but gets hooked and hits the outside wall pretty hard. He's going to continue in this race, but without a chance to take the win anymore. Man, a tough break for this driver who just was running a stellar race. He will be a tough competitor in the main event. Meanwhile, the 70 truck has taken the lead and just barely brushed the wall right there. That's Henry Brown now out front in single file all the way through the top 5, who are the only ones really in contention at this point.
Yeah, you could probably spend an hour dissecting the 15-lap race. There's been so much going on, and I don't even think it's over. We got the 46 going for second.
Yeah, that's Shoy again going to the bottom lane, and this is a great run on second place, who we haven't even mentioned yet. That is Chris Harvey, who started on the outside pole for this one, but I'll tell you what, has absolutely survived the chaos so far, is running in third place now to Gentry Shoy, who is moved into second place with a great move right there, and they're going to continue battling each other. They're going to have to be careful because you don't want to let Henry Brown get too far away. We've seen that disaster, and so we're coming to the end of this race.
Yeah, I think some drivers have realized it's all about survival at this point, but others, they're going at it anyway. They know this is all about, they're just...
Yeah, you're right about that. And, here's Brown, who's leading the way and starting to pull away here, about to take the white flag next time, the next straightaway here. We're going into turns 3 and 4. But that number 70 truck is looking strong. Now that there's nobody next to Henry Brown, it seems like this truck is able to just pull away, and this driver is doing a masterful job. Meanwhile, they continue to battle for second place. Chris Harvey has retained that spot, and the white flag flew that time by the line. So this is Henry Brown's race to lose, that we're on the back straightaway, but Henry Brown hit the wall a little bit. It gives Harvey a little bit of a chance through the final corner. They're side by side for fourth, but it doesn't matter to Henry Brown, who is going to take the third place starting position at Springfield and win heat race number 3. Following through is Chris Harvey in the 05 and Gentry Shoy, who started shotgun on the field. That's that truck finishing in third place. Then Levi Thorley, who put up a great fight today, finishes in fourth. And Grantley King, the rookie, finishes in 5th place. And, of course, here's that 65, who was so fast today, ends up 17 seconds back in 6th place with a bunch of damage. And then we have our incident drivers. Wow. Another incredible race. We'll get you a replay after this, but do you have anything to say about that one? My goodness.
Man, I think the only thing we're missing at this point from these races is a last lap pass. We still got one chance to see if that happens, but regardless, outstanding racing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It has been stunning so far, these races. Just jaw-dropping drama and a lot of interesting things going on. So very soon we will get you a replay of that first incident that we had in this one, and we'll be right with you. As you can see here, it's Nelson Reeves who gets a big part of this damage, and you just saw one of these truckers hit the inside wall. It's the 83 or the 89. But yeah, just a very similar incident to the first one that we saw in this race. There's Elijah Ironhouse with a ton of damage going into...
I think this one could have been avoided if they weren't 4 wide, and that's just the kind of stuff that happens.
Yeah, that's
when you get 4 wide.
Maston Rimmel.
Even in a wide race track.
Maston Rimmel went to
bounces off the wall, goes up, and there's no room to save it.
You're right, yeah. And, he just bounced off that, like you said, bounced off that inside wall, and there just was not enough room down there for Maston Rimmel. 4 wide situation, but hey, that's how it goes here at Springfield. We've seen it twice so far, so hopefully everybody in the 4th heat has been learning, and we're going to find out real shortly, and we'll see you on the other side of this quick break for that 4th heat. See you there. So here we are at our final heat race of the day at Springfield. It's led this time by the 31 truck of Audrey Anzac, who finds herself in a new ride and finds herself in the lead of this heat, followed by a pseudo teammate, Yates Terzic, who is going to take the lead right away from that 31 truck right now. That's a playoff driver in the number 8, somebody else who had a tough outing in our last race in the Turbo Truck Series. So Yates Terzic takes the lead in the 8 truck, but it's not going to last for very long, as we've seen all day. Noah Hart in the 11 goes to the bottom, and now even further down is the 02 of Kev Shearer, somebody that we see. Oh, it slides up the track. My gosh, that could have been a disaster like we've seen in all these other ones, but man, oh man. What an event we've had all day today, and yet again in heat number 4, this racing is just astonishing. And there's Audrey Anzac, who has a little bit of trouble and is slowing up the 99 on the outside. Wow, what a race.
Yeah, I already imagine having to deal with this chaos. Now imagine doing it with little notice. 31 had a driver change due to the booth change, so Audrey in that truck unexpected, and here she is racing 3 wide, now 4 wide.
Yeah, I don't think that she was expecting any of this to be 4 wide in the corner at the Springfield mile. It's just an incredible way to be thrown back into the Truck Series this season out of that Nitro National Series role she normally has. But right now has fallen back, just a little bit of rust being knocked off right there, and that's Kev Shearer, who's working on the 8 truck, really trying to get this lead. Is going to have a great run down into the corner now as the 02 is going to make a move on the 8 truck of Yates Terzic, who is going to just concede that position very wisely on the outside lane. You don't want to get caught up in an accident racing, especially not for the win. So Kev Shearer takes the lead, and that's a playoff driver. We've got 3 playoff drivers in this one. No incidents so far, so they're all still in it, and they're all right here, first, second, and third, racing for the win of this heat and for the 4th place starting position. So you can see Kev Shearer remains out front right now. And that is Nick Breeding on the inside lane, the 47, racing side by side for 2nd place. Kev Shearer remains our leader. Yates Terzic is still in 3rd, but still battling on that outside lane. I think that as the day has gone on, that inside lane has started to gain some traction, gain some grip, and it's definitely gaining speed as well. So now we see the 99 truck. That is Damian Krastev. I am so sorry about your name, but I absolutely butchered it there. But you're in the middle right now. That's a tough break because you're going to lose the spot. And Nick Breeding has taken the lead away from Kev Shearer now. So put the first place in the hands of the 47, but Kev Shearer doesn't want to give it up. Let's see what happens down this straightaway.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep up with everything here. You look away for a second, you have a doing our best. We got another battle for the lead, the 02 back up front.
Yep, Kev Shearer, and that is Nick Breeding, who hit the wall right there, has a little bit of damage in the right rear. And we're watching this 88 truck, an unsponsored Tegan Fox rookie in the back right now, just hanging out, waiting for some trouble. And we had some trouble, of course. That was Nick Breeding, who hit the wall up front. And it looks like he has recovered quite well. He's still hanging in that top 3 or 4 right there. But yeah, definitely a tough break. You don't want to touch the wall. This one has been a tightly contested race, just like the first heat. No incidents so far, and we're already on lap 9. So now we see
these races are enjoy.
Yeah, they're really great. And, you know, we've got a 2-wide battle here for 2nd place, and it's the 99 who is emerging as the best of that so far. And we've got the 22. We haven't mentioned his name yet, but it's DJ Curtis in that 22, the Bet MGM truck right there we're watching, focused on right here in the middle of a 3-wide battle for that 2nd position. Noah Hart is on the inside lane right there. But yeah, Curtis is having a great run so far. Started dead last, 9th place in this race, and it pretty much immediately went up to the front and has put on a show. Just stayed up there, racing and giving himself the best chance to have a good finish.
A lot more close calls. Another
look out!
4 wide there. Trucks running the very bottom, and got some trucks in the wall.
Yeah, we were just talking about DJ Curtis, and he was up there, and they just ran out of room with Noah Hart, and they both hit the wall pretty hard. They're going to continue in this race, but that was a hard hit, and it looks like Noah Hart's truck is just going to suffer from this, and it looks like the 8 also had a little bit of an issue, maybe just got a little bit wide through that corner. Meanwhile, Kev Shearer took the lead a little bit earlier in this race, and as they cross into lap 13, is not giving it up so far, but the 99 is really just having a great run right now and is going to have a chance to take the lead away from the 02.
Yeah, that late pass happening here. There he goes right now.
Yeah, he's got a real chance. He's making the move down to the bottom. That's the 99 truck, a rookie driving that. And Kev Shearer, a playoff driver, side by side, and now clear. An incredible move for the lead and possibly for the win from Krastev. Just an awesome move down in the corner, a clean move, a clear move, and now Kev Shearer learned a thing or two, and he's going to go and try to do it back. We're on lap 14, going on to lap 15. The white flag crosses, two trucks side by side. Kev Shearer leads the way, but there's one more to go in this final heat race at Springfield. Kev Shearer is going to get clear of the 99 and really clear of the 99. So, hey, it wasn't a last lap pass. It was almost a last lap pass, a pass coming to the white flag for Kev Shearer, who takes the lead and is going to have a challenge off the final corner, but it's not going to be enough from Krastev. Shearer takes the win and takes the 4th place starting position for our race here at the Illinois State Fairgrounds, our second playoff race. Man, oh man, what a great battle we had in this one. And it's Kev Shearer who obviously has taken the win, and then Krastev in the 99 who is taking second place. Then follow it up from them with the 98 truck of Agwo Zhao, who really has come all the way up from the 9th place starting position to finish 3rd. Then it's followed by the 8 truck of Yates Terzic, then the 31 of Audrey Anzac, who ends up recovering after a rusty start on a really tough situation to jump into the truck series like that in this race. Then Tegan Fox follows in 6th place. The 22 of DJ Curtis finishes in 7th. The 47 of Nick Breeding, another playoff driver, and this one finishes 8th. Then our final finisher, Noah Hart, who had some damage after hitting the wall, finishes 3 seconds back in 9th. Wow. Well, we've all got a chance to catch our breath now after 4 amazing heat races. Any closing thoughts, and what do you think is going to happen in the feature race in our second playoff race? That is seeming like a wild card now.
Oh, not quite a last lap pass, but I'd say that's close enough. We have pretty much everything you would want to see from an awesome race in these sets of 4. I have 38 of them out there, so who knows what's going to happen at the main.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So thank you so much for watching the Turbo Truck Series from the Illinois State Fairgrounds. We leave you with the starting order for our feature race. Make sure to tune into that, and make sure to wish a speedy recovery to Toad Warrior, who we are missing so dearly in the booth today. Thanks for sticking around with us, and hey, we'll see you at the feature.